Hey folks, welcome to another Friday fishing forecast, and it looks like this weekend is going to be a decent weekend. Slight chance of rain during Saturday and Sunday, but nothing too bad. The winds are going to be light and variable on Saturday, so I think Chad, myself, our buddy Brian, who's has his boat on our lift, as you see behind us right there, we are probably going to go offshore. And I invited Rich, but he's like, I gotta see what my wife is doing first. Right, Rich?
What?
He doesn't even know where I'm at.
Are you talking about
Rich,
the toxic spill again?
I'm talking about you.
Are you talking about me?
I'm talking about you.
What I do?
We invited you to go offshore and you're like, oh, I don't know, I gotta check. Anyway, so we're gonna head offshore and see what we can.
Toxic spill did not cause the red snapper to morph into 6 different genders. Stop telling people that.
Rich wants to be involved now. He wants to be involved. Stop being involved, Rich. Anyway, so it looks like it's going to be a good weekend weather-wise. We were able, tarpon rolled right there. We were able to get offshore last weekend, as you saw in the video. Caught 7 or 8 hogfish, and so they're in about the 70-foot range. So we're going to probably head back out. Chad was like, are we going to go for hogfish again this weekend? The winds are light. And I'm like, well, that's up to Brian because it's his boat. And Brian was like, oh, I'm all for it. I'm just happy I don't have to drive. That's what I'm happy about. Anyway, we've got a lot of big things in the works. You know, as we mentioned before, our boat's in the shop getting fixed. So we'll have that probably by November. We've got a lot of things coming up. Matter of fact, we have another get-together that we're announcing on October 2nd. It's a Saturday. We're having a get-together at Sunray Marine at their holiday location, and we have the event up on our Facebook page. So if you're interested in coming, hit that going button or interested in going button, and so we can kind of have a count. We're gonna have some neat things there. I think we're gonna have some cornhole. We're gonna have a cornhole competition, so you can win some prizes. Last time we had cornhole set up, but we weren't coordinated with that. So this time we're gonna be coordinated, and we're gonna have the steel drum band. We're gonna have food. I'm working on one right now, and I just got a message from him, so I'm gonna call them back. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have some great barbecue there, but we'll have to see until I get it straight and get it all together. I won't announce who that is until we have them signed up. So anyway, like I said, it's going to be a wonderful weekend. If you can get out and fish, do it. We're going to have 2 tide days, as you'll see. So like I said, the weather's going to be beautiful. So if you get a chance, if you got to see our Throwback Thursday video that was released yesterday, check that out. We're going to do a Throwback Thursday for the next few Thursdays, going back with some of our old videos that I like, not so much that I don't like. But if you want to see those, you can really go back 7 years, actually. So our channel's been around for a while. We also are going to have our first installment of Saltwater Fishing for Beginners. That's going to come out Sunday at 5 p.m., and we're going to do some different things. We're not just going to cover rod and reels and bait and stuff like that. We're actually going to cover talking about tides, salooner periods, what to look for when you're on the flats. That's going to be the second part. I don't want to make them too long so you don't get bored. So anyway, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the Friday fishing forecast and talk about what we have upcoming for this weekend concerning tides and salooners. All right, folks, here we go with the tides and salooners for this weekend. On Saturday, we have a low tide at 11:19 a.m. at a 0.41 foot. Then we have a high tide at 5:55 p.m. at a 1.92 foot. Then on Sunday, we have a low tide at 12:30 p.m. at a 0.38 foot. Then we have a high tide at 7:27 p.m. at a 1.72 foot. Now let's go ahead and get into the major and minors for this weekend. On Saturday, we have a minor feeding time from 11:25 a.m. to 12:25 p.m. Then we have a major feeding time from 4:31 p.m. to 6:31 p.m. Then on Sunday, we have a minor feeding time from 12:32 p.m. to 1:32 p.m. and a major feeding time from 5:27 to 7:27 p.m. So as you can see, like I mentioned before, we have a 2-tide day, which isn't the greatest for inshore, but if you catch those moving tides, that will be really good to fish for those snook, redfish, and trout. Like I said, the bite's been crazy on redfish, snook, snapper, grouper. All of that's going off. We're going to head offshore this weekend, see if we can't get into more hogfish, just to prove that you can catch hogfish in the summertime. There's this misconception of things where people say, well, you know, the grouper go far offshore. Well, the couple of pinfish that we sent down when we went offshore last weekend got absolutely railed. We couldn't even stop the grouper. And that was in 50 feet of water. So I know for a fact some of my friends have gone out to 50 feet of water and caught keeper gag grouper and keeper red grouper. So you can do it. The fish are out there. You just have to have the right bait. Like last weekend, we had frozen sardines, shrimp, dead shrimp, live whitebait, pinfish, and I think that's it. But we had a very multitude of baits. So that's what you want to do, especially going offshore. You want to have different baits because you never know what these fish are going to be concentrated on. So again, thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. Fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the flip side.